Welcome to Sage Audio. Today, we're doing a limiter masterclass. To get the most from your music, watch the entirety of each chapter, because each chapter builds from the previous to create a complete understanding of the topic, and you can use the progress bar at the top of the video to track your progress. But first, if you have a mix that you need mastered, send it to us at sageaudio.com to receive a free mastered sample of it. What does a limiter do? A limiter protects your signal from clipping distortion while allowing you to increase the perceived loudness of a signal. All limiters have an instant attack time to avoid any signal going above the set threshold. This is convenient but can cause significant distortion to a signal if used excessively. Let's listen to some various brick wall limiters.
Baby, just let me live my life. You have to stay within the time. I never expected this from you. Todo mi amor lo tuviste, pero tu amor no lo diste. Y ahora te vas sin decirme ni un adiós.
Avoiding excessive limiting. Since limiting is used to attenuate peaks, you can use less limiting or avoid it altogether by controlling your dynamics. One of my favorite ways to do this is with upward compression, which brings the quietest aspects of the signal upward, increasing detail while reducing dynamic range. Try various forms of compression instead of heavy limiting to see if you can achieve more controlled dynamics before limiting. Let's take a listen.
Baby, just let me live my life. You have to stay within the time. I never expected this from you. Todo mi amor lo tuviste, pero tu amor no lo diste. Y ahora te vas sin decirme ni un adiós.
If you're enjoying the video, consider hitting the like button. It really helps us bring you more videos. How limiting creates distortion. By instantly attenuating a signal when it crosses a threshold, limiting can cause mild to moderate distortion to your signal. How much distortion depends on the amount of attenuation and the limiter type. For example, some algorithms like the modern setting in the Pro L2 reduce harmonic distortion significantly, whereas others, like the punch algorithm, create purposeful distortion to increase the volume of transients. Let's listen to these various settings.
Baby, just let me live my life. You have to stay within the time. I never expected this from you. Todo mi amor lo tuviste, pero tu amor no lo diste. Y ahora te vas sin decirme ni un adiós.
Clipping versus limiting. Whereas a limiter attenuates signals that cross a threshold, clippers cut the waveform at the point of crossover, in turn, causing moderate to significant harmonic distortion. When we use a limiter, we're trying to avoid the hard clipping that our digital system would create. However, clipping can be useful. Some engineers use both clippers and limiters to both attenuate and clip their signal, finding that it gives them better control over their transients and the timbre of their mix. Let's take a listen to both.
Baby, just let me live my life. You have to stay within the time. I never expected this from you. Todo mi amor lo tuviste, pero tu amor no lo diste. Y ahora te vas sin decirme ni un adiós.
Only a small percentage of people that watch our videos are subscribed, so if you're enjoying the video, consider subscribing. It's free and you can always change your mind. Channel delinking. Most limiters let you delink your channels, meaning the detection and attenuation of your left and right channels is performed independently. This can greatly change the overall sound of your master and can help retain detail that would have otherwise been attenuated from grouped attenuation of the left and right. Personally, I really enjoy the sound of delinked limiting and find that I'll link the left and right by only about 30% to keep some cohesion but retain channel independence. Let's take a listen.
Baby, just let me live my life. You have to stay within the time. I never expected this from you. Todo mi amor lo tuviste, pero tu amor no lo diste. Y ahora te vas sin decirme ni un adiós.
True peak, pros and cons. True peak limiting has become increasingly popular in recent years since it instantly detects intersample peaking distortion and reduces the signal according to that metric. This results in less overall distortion. However, it can have a large impact on a mix's transient detail and will reduce the perceived loudness. It works by reforming distorted waveforms, which as you can imagine, will change the timbre or ADSR of that transient. Let's listen to both true peak and non-true peak limiting.
Baby, just let me live my life. You have to stay within the time. I never expected this from you. Todo mi amor lo tuviste, pero tu amor no lo diste. Y ahora te vas sin decirme ni un adiós.
Lower ceiling, look ahead, and oversampling. If you want to avoid intersample peaking distortion when you're limiting, but you don't want to use true peak limiting due to the cons that we just covered, follow these 3 steps. Lower your limiter ceiling to -0.5 to -1 dB, introduce 0.1 milliseconds of look ahead, and increase oversampling to 4x or more. Although this won't completely eliminate intersample clipping, it'll greatly reduce the amount of it while retaining the ADSR of your transients. Let's take a listen.
Baby, just let me live my life. You have to stay within the time. I never expected this from you. Todo mi amor lo tuviste, pero tu amor no lo diste. Y ahora te vas sin decirme ni un adiós.
If you're interested in our custom plugin presets, audio samples, loops, MIDI packs, download sheets, and more, join and become a member, and if you change your mind, you can cancel anytime. Using 2 limiters. If you use 2 limiters on your master, you can avoid some of the distortion that would have been caused by relying too heavily on one. To do this, use 2 identical or different limiters back to back. The first will attenuate peaks and attenuate them by about 2 dB. The second limiter can be used to increase the perceived loudness. On both limiters, use the ceiling, look ahead, and oversampling settings that we covered earlier. Also, try different limiter types to combine the timbres of each. Let's take a listen.
Baby, just let me live my life. You have to stay within the time. I never expected this from you. Todo mi amor lo tuviste, pero tu amor no lo diste. Y ahora te vas sin decirme ni un adiós.
Soft limiting. So far we've been discussing brick wall limiters, but limiters can be any attenuator with a ratio greater than 10 to 1. Unlike brick wall limiters, the attack times won't be instant, meaning you can shape the signal more easily with various attack and release controls. Additionally, if you're trying the 2 limiter technique that we just covered, try it with the first limiter being a soft or 10 to 1 limiter. This will control peaks with less distortion and will give you greater control over the signal's timbre. Let's take a listen.
Baby, just let me live my life. You have to stay within the time. I never expected this from you. Todo mi amor lo tuviste, pero tu amor no lo diste. Y ahora te vas sin decirme ni un adiós.
If you have a mix that you need mastered, send it to us at sageaudio.com to receive a free mastered sample of it. Thank you so much for watching.